Coffee is more than just a morning pick-me-up. It's a global phenomenon, woven into the fabric of countless cultures and traditions. While most of us are familiar with classic brewing methods and the daily caffeine routine, there exists a world of hidden coffee rituals steeped in history, symbolism, and mystery. These little-known practices span continents and centuries, revealing how deeply coffee connects people, communities, and even spiritual beliefs. Let's embark on a journey through some of the most fascinating coffee rituals you've likely never heard of, exploring their origins, meanings, and the unique ways they shape the coffee experience. In the remote highlands of Ethiopia, where coffee is believed to have originated, the traditional coffee ceremony is a sacred daily ritual. But beyond the well-known ceremony, there are secret gestures and customs that are rarely discussed outside local circles. One such tradition is the Buna Kala, a silent offering of coffee beans to the ancestors before the official ceremony begins. The host will quietly place a handful of raw beans on the earth, whispering prayers for guidance and blessings. This unspoken act is believed to honor the spirits and ensure harmony in the home, infusing the entire ceremony with a sense of reverence that guests may not even notice. Traveling west to Sudan, we encounter the Jabana ritual, which centers around a clay pot used to brew coffee over an open flame. What many don't know is that the first batch of coffee, known as kahwa al-ruh, or the spirit's coffee, is never drunk by humans. Instead, it is poured onto the ground at sunrise, symbolically feeding the spirits of the household and expressing gratitude for another day. Only after this offering is made does the host prepare the coffee for their guests, ensuring that the family remains protected and the day unfolds peacefully. In the Arabian Peninsula, coffee is deeply intertwined with hospitality and honor. The Gawa ritual, involving spiced coffee served in tiny cups, is well known. However, hidden within this tradition is the practice of al-finjan al-akhir, the final cup. The host will quietly observe who among the guests finishes their last cup without requesting more. This subtle gesture is seen as a signal of respect and restraint, and the host may later reward the guest with a small token of appreciation or a private blessing. It's a silent conversation, a way of reading intentions and character through the simple act of sipping coffee. In Turkey, coffee holds a special place in courtship and marriage. The Turkish coffee fortune reading is a popular custom, but there's a lesser-known ritual called sütlü kahve, or milk coffee, reserved for marriage negotiations. When a suitor visits a potential bride's home, the young woman will prepare coffee for everyone, but she secretly adds salt to the suitor's cup instead of sugar. The suitor's reaction to the salty coffee is closely watched. If he drinks it politely without complaint, it's considered a sign of patience and good manners, and the match is approved. This ritual, hidden in plain sight, reveals character through the smallest details. In Japan, coffee culture is a blend of precision and artistry. While the famous pour-over method is celebrated, there's a clandestine ritual known as kohi satori, the coffee meditation. Practiced by select baristas in Tokyo's hidden cafes, this tradition involves preparing coffee in complete silence, focusing on the sound, aroma, and movement of each step. The final cup is enjoyed with closed eyes, allowing the drinker to experience a moment of pure mindfulness. This meditative ritual is said to bring clarity and calm, transforming coffee from a beverage into a spiritual experience. Brazil, one of the world's largest coffee producers, is often associated with lively gatherings and strong brews. Yet, in the interior regions, families observe the Café da Saudade, or Coffee of Longing. On anniversaries of loved ones passing, relatives gather in the early morning to brew coffee using the departed's favorite recipe. The oldest family member pours the first cup, places it by a photograph, and invites everyone to share memories in hushed tones. This ritual blends grief with comfort, using coffee as a medium for remembrance and healing. In Scandinavia, the fika tradition of coffee and cake is well known. But in northern Sweden, there's a secret practice called Kokkafe Nattvikt, or night watch coffee. During the long winter nights, groups of friends gather in cabins, brewing coffee over a wood stove while telling stories. The host will quietly add a pinch of salt and a sliver of birch bark to the pot, believed to ward off bad dreams and summon good luck. Only those trusted with the group's secrets are invited to participate, making it an intimate and protective ritual. Moving to Indonesia, the island of Bali is home to Kopi Luwak, the infamous civet coffee. Beyond the luxury and controversy, there's an ancient ritual called Ngopi Rahayu, or coffee for well-being. Before sunrise, elders brew a simple cup and walk the boundaries of their village, sprinkling drops of coffee along the path. This act is meant to create an invisible shield, protecting the community from misfortune and evil spirits. The ritual is performed quietly, often unnoticed by outsiders, but is believed to be essential for maintaining harmony and prosperity. In Italy, espresso is a way of life, but there's a lesser-known ritual called caffè sospeso, or suspended coffee. This tradition began in Naples, where patrons would pay for an extra coffee, leaving it suspended for someone in need. What many don't realize is that some cafes have secret ledgers, tracking the identities of those who give and those who receive, ensuring that the ritual remains an anonymous act of kindness. The exchange is never spoken of, preserving dignity and fostering a quiet community spirit. In the bustling streets of New York, coffee is often seen as a fast-paced necessity. Yet, among a small group of night shift workers, there exists the silent shift brew. At the start of each shift, a communal pot is brewed and left untouched for exactly 15 minutes. During this time, workers gather in silence, reflecting on their intentions for the night ahead. Only after the silence breaks do they pour their cups, symbolizing unity and shared purpose in a world that rarely slows down. These hidden coffee rituals, spanning continents and cultures, reveal the deeper meaning behind the world's favorite beverage. Coffee is more than flavor and caffeine. It's a vessel for memory, gratitude, protection, and connection. Whether it's a silent offering to ancestors, a test of character in courtship, or a meditative moment of clarity, these traditions enrich the humble act of brewing and sipping coffee. They remind us that every cup carries a story, every gesture holds significance, and every ritual, no matter how secret, helps bind us together in a tapestry of shared experience. So the next time you enjoy your coffee, pause and reflect. There may be a hidden ritual waiting to be discovered right in your own cup.